Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to take this opportunity to, first of all, thank my party, United Democratic Alliance, for nominating me to come and sit in this house. It's been a wonderful 1 year learning the ropes of this house. I want to also thank my party leader, William Samoei Ruto, for having nominated me as well for this position. Madam Speaker, it's been 1 year of me serving in this house in capacity as a vice chair of the ICT committee, where I highlighted the issues of data protection. I proposed the bill of the Konza Technopolis bill. And in that time, I was also able to set up a caucus for women MPs in ICT. Madam Speaker, I have been privileged to serve in the National Cohesion Committee as well as the Delegated Legislation Committee. And in my time there, I have learned a lot and I've been able to represent women in the best way possible. And Madam Speaker, one of the things that I would like to highlight and give progress is the issue of period poverty. As you all know, in February 14th, I had the accident here in the Senate. And Madam Speaker, just from that moment, it was an opportunity for us as legislators to put into motion what we were sent here to do, Madam Speaker. And I'm happy to report that the bill on free sanitary pads is in motion and is set to come in the next session for the first reading, Madam Speaker. It's out for public participation. Madam Speaker, I want to say that I have been very excited and I continue to be excited to serve my party in this capacity. And Madam Speaker, as we conclude this year, I think one of the lessons that I have learned and I continue to learn is that as I represent the women in this Senate, I will continue to speak up on the issues that actually affect the women. And even as we are going for our Christmas holidays, as we observe the 16 days of activism, the GBV, gender-based violence, Madam Speaker, I want to urge my fellow senators, especially the men, that in this festive season, Madam Speaker, the love language that women would like to hear in this festive season and to continue is not violence. Our love language is we want to be loved, we want to be appreciated, and as we continue to observe these 16 days of gender-based violence, Madam Speaker, we want you to go out and share the love. So, Merry Christmas to everyone, happy festive season, and keep safe so that we can see you in the next session. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator Professor Ojenda.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In seconding the motion, I must allow the members of this House who, through 1 long year, have not only contributed to the motions before this House, but have made a lot of steps in ensuring that this House functions the entire year. Majority Leader Aaron Cheriot has steered this House by diligently presenting papers, ensuring that we debate motions. Minority Leader, from a tumultuous beginning, has done his bit, ensured that this House pulls from one side where the interest of the country is involved. Madam Speaker, sir, I think as we go for the festivities, and aware that this is a week where we celebrate the female gender, and generally we stand up against violence, I will request all of us to do what they can, not just in support of or to speaking against gender-based violence, but to ensure that out there we encourage our youth, that we work for this country. I know that my friend Senator Cheriot had a football match only last week, and many other leaders, I think, are having matches that bring together youth to speak to two things. One, Madam Speaker, is environmental conservation. I think that's an effort that we must all pull towards. But secondly, as we celebrate those who came ahead of us, let us look to skills and to qualities that will ensure that we serve as senators who deliver for this country. Thank you, Madam Speaker, sir.
Senator Matthew.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I also want to spare some few minutes to my colleagues. Honorable Speaker, I would want to first say that I'm very grateful to the people of Nyandarua who gave me an opportunity to come to this Senate. It has been a great session, especially for those of us who are here for the first time, because we have had a very, a very good time of learning and sharpening our skills in leadership. I've been particularly very, very, very happy as the Chairman Committee on Lands, Environment and Natural Resources, because as a committee we've been able to process bills that have been assented to become law, Honorable Speaker. And we would want to first thank the party leadership, especially my majority leader, the Honorable Aaron Cheriot, who has always had our hands, especially those of us who are new legislators here, Honorable Speaker. He has been very, very, his humility is something that all of us would want to emulate, Honorable Speaker, because he's a very big person who works very small. So it is such a challenge, especially to those of us who become majority leaders in the future, Honorable Speaker. Finally, Honorable Speaker, allow me to laud all the colleagues who have been here. We've had our highs, we have had our lows, Honorable Speaker, but the fabric that has held us together, Honorable Speaker, including yesterday that we had a bipartisan issue, Honorable Speaker, when we are supposed to speak as a house, especially in regards to respect for this particular house, we've been able to hold together, we've been able to speak together, we've been able to defend our house, because, Honorable Speaker, there is no way we can be able to speak for the other Kenyans if we cannot be able to speak for ourselves, Honorable Speaker. So I thank you, Honorable Speaker. I thank your office because you have been able to facilitate us the members, to do our duties. We would want to thank the Secretariat, the clerk of this Senate, and the whole team that serves in our in the Secretariat, including the Secretariat that serves in our committees, Honorable Speaker. I would want to finish there. I wish my colleagues Merry Christmas, Honorable Speaker. I wish them a prosperous New Year, Honorable Speaker. And I would also want to wish the people of Kenya, especially the people of Nyandarua that I represent here, Honorable Speaker, I would want to wish them a Merry Christmas, Honorable Speaker. I finally would want to say that I'm very happy to become a senator here. And if the people of Nyandarua are watching, I would want to ask them, let them not take this privilege from me, Honorable Speaker. I would want to continue serving them until that time that I feel that it is enough, Honorable Speaker. I thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your holidays.
Honorable Senators, I will extend the time. I'll use the discretion to extend the time by 15 minutes so to allow everybody to speak. Senator Omtata.
Honorable Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. It has been a great experience for me to be in this House. I've learned more than I've taught. I've met my great friends like Majority Leader Cheriot, very, very eloquent and capable leader. I've met the indomitable lion from Nandi. I've met my longtime friend Karen. I've met I've met the bullfighter. I've met the deep state in Mundigi. It's been quite an experience. I've met Eddie Okech, reminds me of Olo Aringo, and many others. So it has been a pleasant time to be in this House. I've also learned a lot of what this House does, that it is extremely busy. You can hardly have time for anything else. And so I think that the whole day will be deserved to give us an opportunity to get back to our constituents and have the festive season with them, and also to be able to get recharged for the next session. So mine is just to say thank you to everybody whom I've met in this House, from the members to the support staff, to everybody. I think nobody has disappointed me, and I speak as a happy person. I've met my son, the Senator of Nyandarua, Senator Mithu, is a great fellow. So I think it has been worthwhile, and I have been able to represent issues concerning Busia and the nation because I felt at home. I felt not intimidated by anything, and I will cut my speech short by wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I give the time to other people also to address the House. Thank you very much, Your Honorable Speaker.
Senator Mundigi.
Asante, Mr. Speaker.